Are you looking to buy a new home, rent a new apartment, or even move into a new office? If you are, then you want to watch this video. I'm Feng Shui expert Christine Beauvais, and today I want to talk about the simple questions, the simple things that most people overlook when they're buying a home. So you make that decision that you're buying a home, you're going to move into a new space, you're all excited, you've written up your list, you want this, you want it to be so many bedrooms, you want AC in there, you want a driveway, all these lists, all these things. And you get so excited, but you forget some of the simple things. And the simple things you need to ask. So here you are, you're on your way, you're looking out of the apartment, you're seeing all these things, you're asking about price, but you don't ask about the owners. Or maybe you just hear a little bit of a story about the current owners. Well, ask about the previous occupants. Ask when the house or the space was built. Ask about the neighbors. Why? Because these are all indicators of the energy of the land and the space. We all leave energy in a land or into the space. It's called predecessor chi. And that energy of a home can really tell you about that land and about that home. And when we have those homes or spaces that have those odd shapes, those L shapes, those T shapes, sometimes you have those garages projecting out of the house. I just saw this just recently in Westchester. There was a house that was being built, and I really wished that I could go there and tell them the biggest mistake that they made, because the garage was projecting and it was on an angle of the home, and it was a huge mistake. I really wish that I could go there and stop this. And the house was already being built. There are so many things that people don't think about. And the shape of your house can really impact how things flow in your life. You know, a ranch house is more wide, so in Feng Shui, we say that's got a slower, steady growth. When the houses are more up and down, column-like shape, you have a more faster growth. So the shape of the home can indicate how things go in your life, how fast they go, if you need things to speed up, if you need things to slow down. They can really give you a lot of indicators of what's going to happen in your life. The shape of the land. Often, I live here in Stamford, Connecticut, and there are a lot of houses that I see built on the sides of kind of cliffs and overlooking the water. Ideally, in the back of your home, you want some type of either mountain energy, or you want some trees to give you that security in the back. But if your back of your home drops off and it's off like the side of a cliff, well, that's really the worst chi that you can have. You can have issues going on in your life. There could be so many, not feeling secure, or you could have financial problems. The layout of the land is so important, and people, they just don't pay attention to a lot of this stuff. And I know this because I get called in after the fact, after the things have been bought and the purchase have been made. You really honestly want the Feng Shui expert before you make the decision. People don't think about that because they don't realize all the little things that really plays into moving into a space. So the one thing I have to tell you that you always need to ask about is who's lived there before and how well were they doing? When was this built? And learn about your neighbors, especially if this is a business. You want to know that everybody on that block was successful. That's the number one question. Then, number two, you have to listen to your inner guide. I hear it all the time. The wife who loved the house, the husband who didn't. The wife who was all into flipping the house, redoing it all over, the husband who didn't. Then what do I get? There are relationship issues, there's financial issues. You have to both be on board if it's a couple. If you're one person, listen to what you feel. Pay attention to the realtor you're working with, the realtor you're buying from. Pay attention to all those things, because those are big indicators. Are you getting lost on your visit there? On your drive there? Did you get lost to the house? Big thing. I notice that even when I work with my clients. If I'm not finding their house right away, that's a big indicator, and I can go on with a million stories about what that means. Pay attention to everything that's unfolding. Even that means putting the key in the door and watching the door open smoothly. What do you feel the moment you walk in the house? Because you get a gut feeling. You get a feeling once your foot hits it. It's a yes or a no. And if you get the yes, keep going and ask the questions. If you get the no, go and just see what don't you like about it. Because no isn't always a bad thing. It's just an indicator. Well, I don't like the way this opens. Okay, so then I know I want more of an open floor plan. And I don't like that there is this, this, and this. It's okay to be aware of what you don't like, because then you can go back to your list and go, okay, now I know that this style home doesn't work for me. But you got to focus on what you do like. And here's another thing that slows people down. They get so focused on what they don't like. And when it comes to couples, there's the bickering. I could tell you some nightmare stories of customers fighting right in front of me. And I have to slow them down. When you have those things what you don't like, it's okay. Don't get upset. Don't get mad. Don't get angry. It's just your indicator. This is what I don't want, so now I know what I do want. You got to be gentle with your energy on this. The reason is that people get so mad, so angry. They get into arguments about things. I get those phone calls. I'm spending an hour on the phone just trying to talk them out of calming down, that you are going to find a home. But if you are so caught up in what you're not finding and frustrated with it, then you're going to get stuck in that energy. I talk about this all the time because that's hours and time wasted when people could be moving into their homes a lot faster. I know a lot of people don't talk about this, and this is why I'm talking about it, because I'm trying to help you save time and money from avoiding these mistakes. So ask the questions. Find out who lived there before, how long, when the house was built. Pay attention to your inner guide. Pay attention to everything that's happening. Don't avoid that stuff, but don't get stuck in that energy. Focus on what you do want, and anytime something doesn't fall through, you don't get upset. Just be aware that was simply an indicator that wasn't for you. If you can move in that energy, you're going to find a home faster and happier and quicker. You want a home that is going to bring you success and happiness. So you need to be open and welcoming to that energy. I hope you like these tips. And if you do, please visit my website, www.christinebove, and you can sign up and have these weekly videos right to your email box and get some other things that you won't find on any of these videos that I'm sharing. If you have a question, leave a comment below, and I wish you success in happy home hunting. Remember, buy a happy home and you'll have a more successful life.